than desirable, so we got a remake, and now we're back. So this is the offensive spawn on Hollywood. It's a Chinese theater. There's 2 movie posters on the side. They came from beyond the moon in Amazing Kilrog Vision 3D, and 6 Gun Killer, a Goldshire Pictures film by Alfred Glitchbot. So, oh wow, he looks pretty cool. Is that like Zenyatta? And there's some aliens. Nothing back here. Oh, we can fly outside the map though. That's pretty interesting. Oh, interesting. Hey. Alright, well, now we can do that. I can't get out the doors though as the spectator. That's kind of fun. Anyway, we're gonna watch d.va on offensive Mei because I just really want to see how this character is played by a professional FPS player. Basically, her left click slowly freezes. She shoots out a blue mist that freezes people over time, and she can kill them with that. And then if she right clicks, she shoots like a little ice spike that uses more ammo. Her E allows her to throw up an ice wall, and her shift gives her an ice block, so she can absorb or basically deflect damage. But that's her
Josh,
kit.
you ready for this one?
Her ultimate is a freeze bomb. Yeah, man, I'm gonna watch d.va on offensive Mei. I was just telling my viewers I want to see what she does with her ultimate and when, like where she stands on offense. Like, basically, she's an easy target from range, and I don't know how he's gonna close the gap. He's gonna have to use that ice wall, and I just want to see what to do with Mei so that I know how to play her better too.
I'm gonna start out watching Big Bad Brad, which I believe is Pure, one of the better healers in TF2 history, one of the more famous North American players, period. Look how far back actually the defensive team is playing. They're in a really, really defensive posture all the way back, not really trying to keep the attacking team in their spawn, but just giving them a little breathing room. Probably makes sense here, as they do have nice defensive positions behind the walls set up.
Yeah,
and usually a Hanzo, actually. I like that.
You want to give a cushion to the attacking team in the very beginning, always. You always want to back up to that first choke point, A, so people don't just get behind you, and B, because when they die, they're walking back like 10 steps, you're walking back 1.5 miles. So you always want to give a cushion so that your respawns make a little bit more equitable trades when you happen to kill them and they kill you.
All right, we do have three of the attacking team pushing in tandem here together. McCree will get the kill. Open this up a little bit. Uh-oh, here comes the high noon.
He got at least 1 kill with that right in the face.
Here, Carnage moving straight in, going for this slicey slice and dice. Gonna be able to get it. 1 kill, almost getting a second here, forcing the d.va back, and they're right on this objective really quickly here, Josh.
Yes, Carnage still chasing down that d.va, killing her in her squishy state without the mech suit, and now just stomping all over the point. This offensive Genji doing work. This is the kind of stuff I was doing at the lobby at BlizzCon against regular players. Carnage is doing now to the enemy pros, but Amida has now actually back on Pharah on defense, and we saw him doing a lot of great work there. I want to see if Genji actually tries to take some responsibility to deal with Pharah, as his shots are very fast and accurate.
Look how many folks have ults on the red team. We've got 4 ultimates ready to be popped. Have not been popped yet, and McCree actually has gone down. There goes one of the ults. Where is it? I don't see it. The Mei ult down and out.
You're not going to see them all.
That's them being on fire. Sorry.
Yes, the
I mixed up being on fire and having ult.
The red is on fire. You were actually right, though. They did all have their ultimates. d.va is saving the freeze bomb on offense, and Zenyatta's obviously going to save his, but Mercy could have popped it a little earlier. Doesn't really matter, though. The offense is pushing very strongly now. Zenyatta on defense, finally ulting, as well as that red dragon coming through, trying to do as much damage to the attacking team as possible, and does kill quite a few of them. Yeah,
the dragon comes, so does the d.va ult. It's massive area of effect damage, pushing the attacking team a little bit back there. So they have been forced into somewhat of a defensive posture. And defense is fighting back here. Amida's raining from above, does take down McCree. Will he also take down d.va's Mei? Now Amida in a pretty poor position. Probably will get taken down here quickly, but not before taking down Mei.
Get destroyed. Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Mei. Never actually had an opportunity to use her freeze bomb ult. If she had tossed it out in front of the payload, I feel like her team could have gotten a few kills, but the harassment from Pharah actually prevented her from even doing that. And now the attacking team does have 3 ultimates. I'm going to switch to Relic for High Noon. opportunities and see how he's going to try and pick off some defenders.
I'll switch to Carnage as well. Again, we are streaming from 2 angles at once. If you want to watch us both, we did tweet out the multi-Twitch link. Thanks for joining. We're watching some competitive Overwatch with TF2 and Quake Pros. It's going to be Carnage with his defensive move there, moving forward, dashing forward. Still has his ult as well, so will we see a couple of ults dropped? We just might, as they're around this corner here.
Right, Carnage with his sword ult actually allows him to dash very quickly because you usually take someone out, and you can kind of dash around and kill 2 or 3 people before they're able to actually turn on you when you're moving so fast. So we're waiting for the perfect opportunity here. He's going to wait for some blue players to get in range, uses his E now to dash. She dies so that he gets a recharge, he gets the reset there. He does have his ultimate still available, choosing to save it, even though he does have a few targets. Enemy Genji goes down, and the payload is still pushing very easily now. The attackers doing great job. I don't see, maybe not enough support here on the defending side to actually choke up this point. They only have 1 tank and 1 support.
All right, if you look at the defense team, they are so far away from this objective. Red team is actually completely dominating right now, but no one is on the point, so it's not moving. A little unfortunate for the red team to be wasting time here. A little bit of perhaps a miscommunication.
You're right.
And the D.va's all going to push everyone away, which is delaying this even longer. All right, finally going to get moving. Not too big of a deal, but a couple seconds at least lost there for the attacking team.
They're still kind of slacking on the payload. They're killing players and continuing to press rather than pushing the objective, so it is costing them precious seconds. I just, you know, unplugging a choke point with dueling Hanzo ultimates is an easy way to get moving forward again, though. I'm watching Farah now just getting picked off and switching back to Carnage now with his ultimate available as well.
All right, Mei is going out forward first, but all kind of sorry, I meant d.va. All by herself. It's going to be a d.va on d.va fight, but one of the d.vas completely outnumbered. It's going to have to back off into the light d.va mode. Yeah, gets dropped, and the objective once again stuck in the middle. It's not all too far from the next choke point, but it's not exactly close either. So with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, the pressure is on the attacking team to make this happen here.
Yeah, we've got Mercy, Farah, and Genji with his ultimate available. You've got Winston all very near the payload. Zenyatta pops his ult a little prematurely, though. I think he's going to be missing that here in a few seconds as Carnage pulls out his sword, dashes in, takes a few chops, and now trying to take out Zenyatta and Hanzo, but Hanzo shoots him right in the face. Payload's still not moving. Defensive team doing a great job here at this very last choke point before the checkpoint.
Actually, Mercy giving a damage buff to the d.va here. Let's see if that comes into play. d.va forced to eject actually in the end. But
yeah, she has Discord now as well, so she's going to die immediately.
Yeah. All right, shield is dropped. Winston in play now. Winston does, oh, that ult comes straight through, but it does actually end up getting the kills. You know, that ult, I haven't been convinced yet that it's really powerful because you can see it coming a mile away, but when you do have the right aim and the right positioning, it does work quite well.
Sorry, whose ultimate were you saying?
Hanzo.
Hanzo, oh yes, pointing the dragon through a wall when they're not expecting it, or just shooting it down toward a payload can totally buy you 30 to 45 seconds of time just because they're not expecting it, and they have to run out of the way. Half of them die. A good Mercy res there allows Winston to pop back up. He was totally dead, and now they have a Mei cornered. There's no way she's going to survive this. She just doesn't have the mobility. An Ice Wall could have done something perhaps, but that was just a 3v1 situation. Winston has his ult now, hopping onto the payload. He realizes they don't have that much time left, but he gets picked off with a quick Orb of Discord, and the blue team ready to ambush. There's a d.va ult happening now, and it does not too much damage.
Yeah, I'm watching actually Dehang's point of view. He's flanking, and look at that, d.va completely outnumbered. d.va forced to go back, and yeah, that will be the next choke point taken by the attacking team. But not taken with all that much time to spare, so it's just 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock to move on to the next checkpoint.
Just saw a great play by Clamp-OK on defense. I took the view of Farah, and Clamp-OK was just freezing him in the air. He fell down to the dumpster and then took an ice spike to the head. So Mei, the defensive player Clamp-OK, definitely getting a hang of doing that combo of freeze and spike.
Red team pretty much all alive. There will be a Farah ult drop, but it was dropped directly onto the tank, and that's pretty much it. So none of the squishy heroes killed there.
Genji tried to dash up through Pharah while she was ulting. It did not work. Genji died instantly.
Oh my god. Look how tanky d.va is. This is insane. Milo just flanked the entire red team and somehow survived it in the end.
Yeah, I've got Carnage's view right now. He's actually pushing the payload quite well, just dashing through, trying to stay alive, but he's going to, of course, get surrounded there as the rest of his team is running back. Just, again, waiting for that Genji ultimate. I'm going to switch to Pharah now as she does have Rocket Barrage available.
Both have the same idea here. Look at all of those ults ready for the attacking team. We could see even a Mercy ult come into play. It's really exciting when you see a big team fight go down and then everyone gets right back up from the dead. Hopefully that happens in just a second.
There it is. Mercy ults. Yep. Attacking team is back up. Rocket Barrage still available. She's going to see this Hanzo in just a moment. Not the best opportunity to use the ult just yet. But she does have air coverage over the defending team. There she goes, but she does get picked off.
Pretty comical d.va fights. They're just kind of standing there shooting each other.
Man, watching Genji really try to leap through the air and pick off Pharah is pretty amusing. Oh yeah, that's so cool to watch, especially when it hits. Yeah, if they get the reset, get to dash again back down to the ground, you just look like a real badass. Genji is kind of one of my favorites of the new three for sure. Oh, look at this. We do have an ult drop by Winston, but he's all by himself and doesn't get a single kill there just yet. And Winston not doing a whole lot. Relic, I think he may not be used to playing the position of a tank here, but now it's all up to the red team. They have to get there right now. Overtime has been activated, but not for long. The d.va ult does push some folks away, but 3 of the attacking team are still alive, so they only have to push it up to this yellow position here. They might be able to. 3 of them at the objective, but even more on defense. Rockets being rained down from the air. Nice shield gets dropped by Relic, so this thing, but it's stuck. It's not moving. We do have heals going down, and that is probably going to be it unless Carnage can make a miracle happen. Carnage and Amida, or Industrial I should say actually. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, Amida with that Rocket Barrage near the end just did so much damage, finished off 3 different attacking heroes there, and obviously that's going to be a defeat for the attacking team. Good job there on defense to stop them just before the VIP parking spot, and Amida does get play of the game as Pharah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that Rocket Barrage at the end. And it is.
Justice reigns from above.
Yeah, that ult doesn't do enough damage that even with... Regardless.
Good ult. Q's a good button.
So a couple of days ago, right before BlizzCon, everyone I was talking to was saying that the top teams right now believe that Mercy is also a must-have, but we only saw Mercy in one of the 2 teams, and I honestly don't feel like we saw her ult make a huge difference for the attacking team.
They're just playing new characters, though. Like, honestly, if these were real comps, they for sure would have a Mercy and a Lucio basically at all times. It looks like they were just running one support comp so that more of them can try more characters. There's no players here. Ben, are you there? No? Okay, no idea what's happening here. I don't even know if those messages went through. Battle.net did just patch about half an hour ago. Or an hour ago, I guess. So, could be kind of screwy. Just closing Overwatch, gonna restart it. No, I'm not playing Legacy of the Void yet. These are new characters, man. Whoa. Did I just barely make it?
Heroes never die.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me, Ben?
I can.
Sweet, that's great. Yeah, it just said defend and had no players. Did you actually see the same thing, or you just go right into the game?
No, I went right into the game. But my spec mode seems kind of bugged. I can't, like, free spec. I'm just, like, following one player.
Even if you right-click? You can't right-click out of them?
Yeah, I'm right-clicking. I think it's
Yeah,
bugged.
spec is a little bugged. You've noticed camera hijacking happens between spectators sometimes?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I've experienced where I couldn't go first person. It was just switching between free and third. So, weird stuff happens, but we're back in the game now. I've got
This
D.vas.
first objective is gonna get taken really quickly here.
Yeah, 2 attacking D.vas looks like it pushed pretty well with Mercy as a solo support. I'm watching Platinum now on Widowmaker to see if she gets any free snipes.
Omnidot jumps over first for his team, but is taken down in no time at all by this Bastion. That Bastion turret, I swear to God, it is the anti-Pharah, if there is an anti-Pharah in this game.
That's true. Airspace denied is what Bastion says anytime he sees rockets start to appear, but Reaper and Tracer just deal with Bastion so easily. Dehang is on Tracer, but there's no... Yeah, Dehang's on Bastion's team, so that's not going to matter. Anyway, Widowmaker is getting actually a fair amount of free shots, standing behind d.va and just trying to poke at the enemy Widowmaker. Did actually pick him off just now, so Punisher doing, or sorry, Platinum doing a good job taking out B dropped across the field in the Wild West set. And Visor is available now.
Milo is playing d.va and trying to flank here. We've seen d.va play a flank quite well, but is hexed by Zenyatta, which means to go down so much quicker. So Milo in a pretty rough spot now, forced to back off, eventually taken down. 2 out of 5, or 2 out of 6 taken down for the attacking team. Now their support also down. So they're probably going to have to slow down here, regroup, because you don't want to be pushing without your support.
Right, and d.va just feels pretty useless without her mech, to be honest. She's got a pistol similar to Tracer's, but honestly, she only has 150 health. She dies really easily, and you feel like you don't have a tank at all when she's in that mode. So I'm actually beginning to question if she's a good decision or not. She obviously has high sustain when they're using 2 of them. They managed to capture point A very quickly, but I feel like other tanks, you know, are able to do similar.
I'm taking a look at Carnage again, running around with his Genji. Oh, so powerful. We're probably... Oh, will we see a reflect? No. Okay, pushing people away with that d.va ult, but it's kind of an odd position to use it there. Not all that impactful. And there's a nice revive for the defending team, holding on to this objective just a little bit longer.
I just watched Amida switch off of his character onto a 3rd d.va now for the attacking team. So they are back to that strategy we watched the first time here, where you just kind of overpower them with too much HP to deal with, and as soon as one mech dies, you retreat to the back line. I see it actually happening right here. And now Milo, I'm watching him jump in, ditch his d.va suit. We'll see if this actually gets any kills. Watching the blue side there, no one actually goes down, but does do considerable damage. And now Ray gets his suit immediately. So d.va definitely pushes out damage in the suit, just kind of flops when she's not.
Yeah, that's true, but that said, the d.va did force the defending team back. No? it seemed odd that a d.va was running way ahead of his team. Looked like he was running way too far ahead, but it actually effectively pulled the defending team backwards, which allowed them to move the payload forwards. It does finally get top here for a second Carnage. Up to the back edge, gonna try to take down this d.va, another d.va down. Everybody is there to support, but Carnage drops his ult, only gonna kill, not able to get the first slice. Maybe he'll get the second, which recharges his dash. There you see it dashing away again. I do hear Roadhog. Where's the Roadhog coming? Oh, and he gets a double.
Wow, so lots of carnage happening there. They actually unplugged that choke very easily now. It's still 3 divas on offense and a Junkrat just tossing out traps and stuff in front, while a sniper, slasher actually playing. Widowmaker is taking out people in the back. It's an interesting composition. There's actually not a single support. Mei is just freezing people, and divas are just living in their mech suits. So we're seeing an attack push without a support, semi-successfully pushing this payload. They are reaching another tough choke here, though, so I'm imagining someone's going to have to switch.
2 supports actually playing right next to each other together here. The healing has been put on the Genji, so it looks like we could see a big fight here. Genji and then getting forward. Let's see who's got their ults. Only 2 ults up right now, 1 for each team, so not too much craziness coming right away. And look how many people are dead on the attacking team. 3 people down and respawning.
I gotta tell you, Ben, you are roboting a little bit on my end, coming through on the voice, but I'm not sure what can be done about that, just letting you know. But I think my stream just said we should come up with a term for mech diva and naked diva. Oh, dropping ultimate right there, in fact. Carnage actually using his ultimate as well. But anyway, my submission for naked diva versus mech diva is Pinky and the Brain. Pinky being the mech and the Brain being naked diva. What do you think?
I mean, it might get kind of annoying, but you pointed first, so we're going with it.
Yeah, go ahead and credit me with Pinky and the Brain in case it does take off. AskJoshy, circa 2015. But here we go. I'm watching Carnage once again on defense, just chopping up the enemies because there's no support. He's literally just doing too much damage for them to deal with. Chopping up Junkrat very easily. The payload is just about at the checkpoint before finally going through the studio, the space studio. But Carnage just shreds everybody on the point. He's getting some heals as well from Mercy. Slasher does finally switch to Mercy on offense so that they can have a res opportunity here at the very end.
Ooh, a naked diva. Brain is getting a... I don't see that too often.
Junkrat ult doesn't make a difference, but defending side wins once again. Hollywood, you know,
just barely.
They've been winning on defense.
Play of the game.
Well, they just barely didn't reach the checkpoint. They still had a whole nother leg before actually finishing.
This fight's deep.
Excellent snipes there from B-Drops. 76% of the match on fire is tough to do against these players.